with Friends Podcast.
Welcome to Crashing with Friends podcast. My name is Kyle Hobbs, your host. This week I'm joined by Jackson Brayman.
Yo!
Connor Hobbs.
Hey.
Frank, how you doing?
Good, man. Glad to be here.
That's what we like, man. It's been a long time, Frank.
It has been a while. I wasn't sure I was going to get an invite back after the first time.
Oh man, we didn't want to. The thing is, we didn't want to invite you back too quickly. We didn't want to scare you off, man.
No, man, it's all good.
Frank Wallet, man, NFL legend, dude. To us, to everybody that's listened to this podcast,
To the community, for sure.
And current day awesome guy. How does that sound?
I mean, that's, yeah,
All true.
I'll give you the tip.
You can only
after.
fail from that intro. It's like,
Yeah. No, it's all good, man. That's good.
you made the pedestal really high, like Michael Jordan, Dr. Seat high.
Yeah, probably not that level.
Well, we love having this guy on the podcast. How's your guys' last couple days been?
Yeah, man, it's been pretty good. I beat Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Nice.
Fantastic. 10 out of 10 game. I wish it was longer like the first Spider-Man game, but yeah, I'm stoked to play the second Spider-Man game on the PS5 that I don't have. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Other than that, just playing BG3 and that's about it. You picking that up? Me scratching that? Oh, man, the audio listeners love it, though. ASMR.
For me, I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, finally. That's that Quentin Tarantino movie that these guys were talking about last week. I really liked it for the most part, although I didn't really understand what was even going on or why Margot Robbie was even in the movie, considering, I don't know, but from what Jackson said, it was like an alternate reality type thing.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good. Brad Pitt was probably my favorite, not Matt Damon, but
Leo
was pretty good. I liked his scenes where he's like in his like cowboy attire.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like those parts. But yeah, I'd say watch it if you haven't. It's not my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, but it is like better than, I would say, his worst, which I don't know which one that would be, but
Man, that's a hard one.
Yeah, it is a hard one.
I love every single Quentin Tarantino movie that I've seen.
yeah. So it's
Totally
good.
eclectic, man.
Brad Pitt shirtless. So ladies, check it out.
Brad Pitt is my dad's age, and he's still just built Ford tough.
Yeah,
dude.
he's looking good. But yeah,
Like we were talking about like which celebrity parts we would swap out. I would still take his 58-year-old chest over mine.
yeah, I probably would too, man. Looking good. But yeah, that's about it. Watched the first Blade again, so I had a good time with that. Watching him take on the Blood God. So,
Nah, that is a set of movies I have never watched.
you haven't? Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, I've tried. I don't think I watched it when I was young, so it's like impossible for me to watch them now as an adult and try to take any of it seriously.
The first one's pretty good.
Yeah, I really like the first one.
Yeah. Even the second one. The second one's not bad.
And the third one's got Ryan Reynolds. He's okay in it.
Yeah, I heard like what's his name? Guy played Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
He like refused to act with Patton Oswalt and Ryan Reynolds in that movie. So anytime you see him in a scene together, those are shot separately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wesley Snipes was a complete dick on that set, man.
Sounds like it. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't have wanted to like relinquish control of his like franchise, kind of like what Blade Trinity did, kind of split up. Like he was still kind of the leader of it, but it was also about Ryan Reynolds and that girl. Who was the girl? Does anybody remember?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, Blade Trinity wasn't that great, but I'd still watch the trilogy if you haven't. They're good vampire movies,
Yeah. The next vampire movie on my list is that Voyage of the Demeter or whatever it's called.
That does look really good.
Like I heard it got like mid-tier reviews online and stuff like that, and in theaters. But I still want to see that, man.
Yeah, I like to watch it in my house in like a dark room. You know, get the stereo pumping. I think that'd be.
People like to talk about how crappy the new Wolfman movie was. I freaking loved it.
Dude, the one with Benicio del Toro
Yes.
and Anthony Hopkins.
I understand that it's got some crappy writing at some points, but yeah, that movie's great. Anthony Hopkins.
I thought it was pretty baller. Yeah. Man, I checked out
he's
that.
legit.
Yeah, I checked out that new Insidious movie, Insidious Red Door. Mm-hmm. And dude, that movie
A
sucked.
big old steaming cow pile.
Oh my gosh, I hated it. I watched it last night with my wife. Not good.
Yeah.
Was there any scares at all in it?
I was
Or-
not scared even once.
Yeah.
The whole time I just kept thinking, I don't know if this is really a scary movie, as more of like a twisted movie of like stuff happening to this person. You know?
Like a psychological thriller.
Yeah, the first one was scary. The second one was pretty scary, but the third one, no. Fourth one, no. Yeah, wasn't digging it.
Yeah.
That's me, you know.
I liked the first one, but I didn't really watch any of the sequels, so I couldn't tell you.
Like what Jackson said last night, James Wan the director leaving the movie, kind of made it decrease in the value, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else going on with you, Connor?
Nope. I'm just watching movies. Yeah. Playing disc golf.
Nice. Man, we started checking out that, me and Rachel started watching that Righteous Gemstones show on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
Danny McBride, John Goodman. I can never remember the guy from Workaholic's name.
Ah, man.
Adam Devine.
That's
Adam
it.
Devine, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really good. It's quite funny. Yeah. Rachel, we started watching it. She's like, "Oh, this is a comedy." I'm like, "Yeah, sure is."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've only seen that first episode, but in the opening of the first episode when they're trying to baptize people, but they're in a wave pool and someone turns it on.
Dude,
That sounds funny.
it was pretty good. The ending of the episode is insane. But yeah, otherwise, still playing Final Fantasy 16. I'm at the very end of that. It's pretty good. But otherwise, man, I'm just ready for some football, man.
Heard that, man.
And
Ready
fall.
for some football. Man, and I forgot to
It's
mention,
time.
this is episode 103. And if you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. Mm-hmm. Also like it as well.
But don't feel pressured. No one's holding a gun to your head.
Right.
Or maybe I am. Maybe I'm behind you right now.
Sorry, Connor.
Nice.
Frank, how's your week been, man?
It was like a nice holiday weekend. I was able to recoup. Spent the last couple of weeks doing some pretty fun stuff. Getting primed up for football season. Went down to Dallas, Texas 2 weeks ago and caught Metallica concert
Oh, nice.
at AT&T Stadium.
Heck yeah.
What was their opening song? I've been seeing them play the song One a lot for their opener.
They played. They played 2 nights, and to be quite honest with you, I'm not sure I was in shape to remember.
Yeah.
But they had they called this the No Repeat Tour, and so your tickets got you into a full concert on Friday night and a full concert on Sunday. And it was like first night was Wolfgang Van Halen's band opened, and then they had Pantera, which Pantera is from Dallas, and I think it's the first time they ever played there in like 30 years. So there was like 110,000 people at AT&T. It was insane.
Man.
Absolutely insane. And then on Sunday, it was Ice Nine Kills and Five Finger Death Punch. And then it was awesome. And of course, got to have general admission, so we were down in the mosh. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I was part of one of those a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I did a stage dive, and I landed right on a bunch of other people, but they didn't really catch me that well, so I was kind of like, they were like holding me like this instead of holding me like that, And they ended up dropping me, and like the first thing that hit the concrete was like my spine right in between my shoulders.
Oh, man.
I was breathing in as I fell down too, so it like knocked the wind out of me a little bit. I was like, ooh, that sucks. But I champed it.
Man.
Got right back to the front row.
Did you do anything else in Dallas?
My oldest son lives down there, so we just kind of hung out, and we partied pretty hard Friday, and then Saturday was a rest day, and then piled back in on Sunday and did it again, man. It was pretty awesome.
Were you mainly there to see Metallica, or did you care about any of the other bands?
Oh, I like seeing the other bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Metallica would be the highlight for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty awesome. So it gets me ready for football season,
Yeah.
It's coming. 2 days
coming.
for us. Should already started for you at home.
Yeah. When this episode does come out, it was already started.
Yeah.
Week 1 will have been in the books.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Well, except for the Monday night game.
Yeah. I might release this on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just a day early.
Good.
Just to screw with the people that are like, yo, what's going on? This comes out on Mondays.
Maybe not. Are the Saints going to have you back at all this season?
They have an alumni function every year, and typically I would get like an email, from the club at some point. I think I did, and I think it's the weekend of December 13th. I'm not sure who they were playing, but I think the Saints actually, might have a chance to be sneaky kind of good this year.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
Derek Carr's there, and their defense the last few years has been championship kind of caliber, and so they just kind of missed a little bit at the quarterback position. So I don't know. I'm kind of optimistic about their season coming up. So might have to go down there and catch a game.
I think Derek Carr's a solid quarterback. Seeing him for so many years playing the Chiefs, I think he's pretty good.
He just has the Tony Romo problem, messing up in big moments, big turnovers in big moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
But you never know. It could be like a Matthew Stafford situation. It's like as soon as you move him, he does really good.
Could be.
True.
Yeah, and you never know what, believe it or not, even at that level, those guys, coaching still makes a difference. And,
Oh, yeah.
And if you get with a quarterback whisperer, they can, sometimes they can, bring things out that maybe, your previous team did not. And a lot of it also happens to, depend on your skilled people around you. And
It is a full-on team sport, football.
yeah, for sure. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting year.
Yeah. I also feel like him being on the Raiders for so long, like, it seems like the league doesn't necessarily like the Raiders or, like, doesn't favor them in a lot of
Sometimes
situations.
I don't even think the Raiders like the Raiders.
Yeah,
Their head
so-
office makes a bunch of bad decisions.
So, yeah, I could see him just being on a different team in general, him having better results, because of that too. But,
Well, I think, you look back over their history, they've always kind of done things their own way, even if it, was maybe rubbing against what the NFL as a whole wanted, especially when Al Davis was around. And
Al Davis seemed like a cheapskate.
I
Like
mean,
a cheap dude.
I have no idea, have no idea. I never met him personally.
Is he the same guy that owns the Oakland A's? Does he own both teams?
No.
I know the guy that owns the Oakland A's is a super cheap guy, but
But Al Davis's son, what's his name?
I think it's Mark, isn't it? Mark
Yeah,
Davis.
Mark Davis. What is up with that haircut? Every time I see him, I'm like, man, what is up with that haircut?
he's
dude?
pulling in ladies with that haircut.
Maybe.
Is he?
I don't know. It really is like the most simple Jack haircut I've ever seen on.
It's like someone put a bowl on his head and he just cuts it like that every day.
yeah.
Hey man, different
I mean,
strokes.
it is kind of savage. I don't know, but
It is savage, dude.
Maybe once
but when
people
you
are
own the
like-
Raiders and you're in Las Vegas, so
It screams. It screams, I'm a billionaire, and who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying?
And that's
how you-
attractive to some people.
It is, dude. It is. Hey, man, it works for him, I guess.
Well, so, you hear about a lot of rich people being frugal at the same time. That could be part of it. Just cuts his own hair as
That
a way
would
to
be
save
awesome.
money.
Dude, that would be sick.
Yeah, who knows?
At that point, I just shave it, man. Oh man, that dude, he knows what he looks like. There's no way you can think he looks good, man. I would do something. I would do something to fix that hair, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
It is amazing, though. A certain number of zeros behind, can make you look really hot.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And showing that with a nice car helps.
Exactly. And I wonder how confident this guy is. I bet he's pretty damn confident and just rocks the hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It's got to be.
He emphasizes the hair. Yeah. I can
That
see.
dude's got to know that everyone's talking mad shit as soon as he leaves the room. You see that guy's hair? That guy looks like he gets his hair cut by a knight in like the 1800s or something like that. They didn't have knights in the 1800s. I don't know what I'm talking about. In the medieval era. He looks like he's got a friar haircut. That's what he's got.
There you go, man.
He's got a friar haircut.
Exactly.
He knows it, though. He knows it, though. Whatever. Frank, is there any teams that this year that you think are going to be sneaky good?
Well, you already mentioned the Saints.
I think maybe the Saints. In the NFC, I don't know. Philadelphia, besides Philadelphia and San Francisco, they got to be probably odds on. Of course, San Fran is going to depend on how their quarterback recovers and plays, but their defense is legit. I don't know. Dallas might be, and I know they got Dak.
Yeah.
But they do have a lot of talent. And Minnesota, had a great run last year. They probably will be in the hunt this year again, but for all intents and purposes, the power in the NFL is the AFC.
Right.
Because, you got Kansas City, Buffalo, Cincinnati, your top.
Those three alone are powerhouses.
And I think, a close second, Baltimore is going to be, if Lamar's healthy again. And
Yeah, I'm very
got the big
interested to
contract.
see how the Ravens are going to perform this year. I've got a prediction that Lamar Jackson is going to get hurt real bad in the third week.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah, I think he's just going to get hurt like in the third week, and then it's going to cause him to be out till like maybe with 1 or 2 weeks left in the regular season. And by that time, the Ravens will have found we just found a guy that can sling it. Yeah, he can't run, but he can sling it.
You talking about
And then
Hundley?
it'll be bye-bye Lamar Jackson.
You talking about Hundley as his backup? Because that's who his backup is, that Hundley guy.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just don't think Lamar is going to...
We got the new coordinator, new offensive coordinator, so maybe.
I mean, he's just signed that max contract too, But I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that that he's going to be there forever.
That's a crazy fucking
Yeah,
prediction, Jackson.
That's dark.
That's dark, dude.
Predicting the end of his
I don't
career.
want, listen, I don't want it to happen.
Anything can happen.
I mean, you guys heard about Juju Smith-Schuster, right? Some doctor looked him over the other day, and he just signed a 3-year deal for $33 million with the Patriots. And the doctor was saying, like, yo, your knee is going to blow up any day now. It's just going to explode. So, don't know how much longer he's going to be playing.
Really? I wonder if he's got like torn tendons or.
It would have to be something like
Was it
that.
something that happened recently, or
I don't know.
because you would think if they were going to sign him to a $33 million contract, that they would, and if there was a question, you would have a physical before you sign that contract.
Their team doctor would have to okay it, right? Or just
Team
say-
doctors, independent doctors. I mean,
Yeah.
when you talk about that kind of a financial commitment, that they check you out. check you out. So that's
just what that's what I've read online, and we all know everything that we read online is true. So,
well, maybe that was why the Chiefs didn't choose to.
Yeah, that's what I started thinking. I was like, maybe that's why we didn't keep him.
Yeah, they might have known something.
But it was a prove it year for him, and he definitely proved it. So he probably knew that like the Chiefs couldn't afford him after that prove it year. I don't know. Who knows? Who really knows?
I think some guys, have the foresight to say, if I go to Kansas City, I might take a little less money, but I have an opportunity to win a Super Bowl. And I think some guys take advantage of that, and then there's other guys that, they won't. Mm-hmm. They want that max contract.
Yeah, that agent gets in their ear.
So
yep.
So I think the Chiefs have had a number of guys in this past 4 or 5 years since Patrick Mahomes has been there, including Patrick Mahomes, that have tried to structure their deals and tried to work with the organization so they could bring in people that were going to help them get to the championship game, and you don't see that a lot, in professional sports.
Except for Tom Brady and the Patriots kind of set that standard.
Who did?
But Tom Brady did have a wife that was making more money than he was. So
never hurts.
No doubt.
Yeah, I'm still looking for one of them, ladies.
Nice.
Any international supermodels making millions of dollars, single and want this action? You know where to find me, the comment section.
Well, you guys want to choose the division winners and who thinks of the MVP and Super Bowl and all that stuff?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So let's get it started. What do you think?
You looking at me or are you looking at Connor?
I was looking at Jackson, then Connor moved his head in front.
All right. Well, you guys want to start AFC or you want to start NFC?
Let's go ahead and start NFC.
NFC? Okay. Go NFC East. Commanders, Giants, Cowboys, Eagles.
I think it's going to be the Eagles.
Eagles. I'm leaning Eagles as well.
The Eagles are going to have a fire in their belly after losing that Super Bowl.
But Cowboys, man, they seem like they might be coming.
That's
If
the Cowboys' way. They always seem like they're coming. They always look like they're jogging right at you, but they always stay on the horizon. They never get any closer.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I'm going to go ahead and say the Commanders, man.
Think the enemy's going to turn them around?
No, I think Magic Johnson's going to turn them around. Yeah.
Magic Johnson, and then week 7, he's going to be like, yo, we're the Redskins again. And then everyone's going to be like, yo, what's going on? We're bringing football back.
No, man, they definitely will never do that.
Yeah, they're never going to be the Redskins.
They're not stupid. They will. I would love it if they rename their team back to the Washington football team. That's such a cool name.
I do like that name.
it.
Yeah.
It's
football team or football club. I like both those.
I liked it.
Yeah, team is better because we're not British. We don't need to have
not a
club.
club,
We don't have club in there. But I'll go ahead and choose the Commanders.
I did see that interview with Magic Johnson, and he wasn't BSing around.
Yeah,
when he took, when he bought in as part owner, he's like, "I'm here to win." Mm-hmm. And when he says that, you got to put some weight behind that. So that could be a good sleeper choice.
Yeah.
Philly, for me, I mean, they lost both their coordinators, so that's going to have an impact. Mm-hmm. And they did lose some people to free agency, but they had an unbelievable draft.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say Dallas.
Dallas?
I'm going to say Dallas.
All right. NFC North. Packers, Lions, Bears, Vikings.
I think Vikings will beat the Lions by like 1 game. That's what I think.
I'm going Packers this year. Think they're going to come back with Jordan Love?
It was Packers, Vikings, Lions. What was the other one?
And Bears.
Bears. I'm going to give it to the Bears, man. I think Justin Fields is going to have a really good breakout season, and they're going to go pretty far.
He's going to do a lot of good running stuff and
Yeah.
pass a little.
I think they're going to have a good year.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say Detroit Lions.
Lions, yeah.
After they lose Thursday, they're going to get on a roll, and I like Dan Campbell, the coach.
He seems
I
a
do like
tough-
Dan Campbell.
Seems like a tough guy.
And I think they had they've got some really good skill players on offense, and I think their defense is going to be improved. I just hope Kansas City can beat them Thursday.
Yeah.
They had a really good end of their last season. Like the last 10 games or something, they did really well, I think. So. What's up?
What?
I thought you were going to say something.
Nah.
Okay. All right, NFC South. Saints, Bucks, Falcons, Panthers.
Man, that's a throwaway division. I'll go Saints. I don't think any of the teams in there could beat any of the top 2 teams that we were talking about in the previous divisions, but
Yeah, I was thinking either Saints or Falcons, but I think I am leaning more towards Saints.
I'm going to go ahead and say the Bucks. I think Baker Mayfield's going to have another chip on his shoulder on top of the other 2 or 3 chips he's already got there.
he's going to slip on them chips.
Yeah, and
He's gonna be like, there's too many chips on the floor. I'm slipping.
I think he'll have a really good season and silence a lot of the haters.
Okay.
It's a good pick. Carolina, rookie quarterback. Atlanta, quarterback that doesn't have a lot of experience. Tampa Bay is going to be sneaky good, I think, but I'm going to go with the Saints.
Saints. All right. NFC West, Cardinals, Seahawks, 49ers, Rams.
Well, I don't think it's the Seahawks, and I don't think it's Cardinals. I'll go with Niners.
Yeah, for me, it was either Seahawks or Niners. I'm leaning towards Niners for sure, but Seahawks, I think, might be good this year.
I'm going to go towards the Rams because I don't think you can have a second season like you had last year.
Oh, you can.
I don't think that they can. I'm just saying I don't
possible.
see Aaron Donald having 2 seasons like that, you know.
Yeah.
But you will. You can see it.
Now, with the Cardinals, dude, did Kyler Murray, did they just give up on him, or what's the deal here with Kyler Murray?
I think he's still hurt. I mean, I don't think he's, recovered from the ACL surgery yet.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering about that.
So-
Interesting. Okay.
I think they're planning on tanking, right? That's the word on the street. They're going to tank.
So I keep hearing from all the media sources,
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, for me, Niners. I think Seattle's going to be, improved. Cardinals without their situation, they're going to struggle. Rams, I don't know, man. It's just Cooper Kupp's out,
That's what I would just have to go through my brain.
and I don't know if they have enough weapons on offense. Their running backs are just kind of, they're good, serviceable, and I don't know. I think 49ers probably.
49ers.
Yeah.
Can I change my pick?
Nope. Yeah, go ahead.
Dang it.
I'm gonna go Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Changing it. Seahawks.
All right.
Could be a good pick.
Respect. All right, going into the AFC, we got AFC East, Bills, Jets, Dolphins, Patriots.
All right. Well, I'm rooting for the Dolphins because they're my second favorite team. They've helped my favorite team so many times in clutch situations.
Yeah. I'm also just from last year to this year, I think if Tua stays healthy, I think the Dolphins really could do some work. So I'm going to go Dolphins. It's like Tyreek, man.
I'm gonna go Bills
Because
Josh Allen's a beast. Stephon Diggs, hopefully he'll get it together and stop being a punk.
he's mad.
He mad.
It won't happen.
Yeah, I'm going Bills.
Buffalo's hard to. I mean, they're going to be hard to not pick. But I kind of like you guys. I'm kind of thinking Miami, and they got some skill stuff going on.
Can
Waddle?
Tua,
Waddle?
Can Tua stay healthy?
that's the key. That's the big question.
Well,
Impossible.
That
I'm just
training,
negative Nancy out right now. It's not going to happen. Impossible.
that like training that he did to like learn how to fall, like I know that could be really helpful because like Bob Burnquist, legendary skateboarder,
Yeah.
he used to take crazy falls, but he knew how to fall, so he could always get back up. So maybe that will allow him to take those hits and not get concussed like crazy. So
There is an art to falling. Skateboarding has taught me that.
Believe it or not, there is.
all right, AFC North, we got the Steelers, Browns, Ravens, Bengals.
Bengals. I hate to say it because
Don't-
Burrow had my ass. you know?
Yeah, don't say it then.
But it's Bengals. I think it's Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals will probably win it, but I'm gonna go Steelers this year. I think they're gonna have a resurgence.
I'm gonna go Ravens.
Ravens.
Yeah. I think Odell Beckham Jr. being there might help them out a little bit more than they had the previous year.
Assuming everything's good with his knees.
Right. And I think Lamar Jackson is going to feel empowered, and he may win MVP this year.
Yeah, no doubt. He's got the skill set. He's won it before.
That division is going to be a bloodbath, I think, man. Steelers are going to be improved, and Baltimore is going to be very good. Cincinnati is very, I mean, it's a toss-up,
Yeah.
really.
You never know.
I think
It
I'd
could
probably go
be.
with Cincinnati, though.
Cincinnati.
It could be like the AFC West was last year. Everyone was saying like the Chiefs got worse and all the other teams are now stacked, and all those teams pretty much stunk for the most part.
That's a
True.
good point. That was very true.
All right, AFC South, we got the Jags, Texans, Colts, Titans. Going Jags.
You're picking the prince that was promised,
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence. I'll go with you, man. I'll go with Jacksonville too.
I'm choosing Jackson.
Also, the coach,
Yeah.
Doug Peterson, he's a
Yeah.
really good coach. So
Yeah, I think Trevor Lawrence is going to have a breakout season. May win MVP.
he might. He's got the skill set. He's won it before.
I think I will pick Jacksonville as well.
We're unanimous on Jacksonville?
Jacksonville. I think
All
so.
right.
Hey,
Wow.
Trevor Lawrence might win MVP.
It's possible.
You heard it here first.
I just don't. It's mainly like I just don't see it from the other three teams. You know,
Right, yeah. Texans got nothing going on. Colts, they want to be good. And
But
then
they're
Titans have a really good coach. So, I mean, Titans would be the main competition that I'd be worried about.
Is Derrick Henry going to have a good season, or is he going to have a meh season?
Yeah, he's eventually going to slow down.
He's just such a truck, man. He's so big, man.
All right, then we got the AFC West. How about them?
Jeez.
All right.
it'd be stupid to go with anything else. Man.
Yeah. All these other teams are not worth mentioning. I think Broncos are full of themselves.
Yeah,
Chargers might be good. That's the one team I'm concerned with. Is Chargers, as always.
I'm not concerned with Raiders or Broncos. I am concerned with us taking them too lightly and then losing to them in a game we shouldn't be losing. But
Yeah. Anything can happen at Mile High, you know.
I don't know. I've seen too many Chiefs games like where we were by far the superior team, but we just for some reason went into that game thinking like it's an automatic win, and then we lose.
I will say that Denver with Sean Payton, they should be improved, but probably still not going to be able to contend. I don't think.
Yeah.
And with the Chiefs, it's like until somebody knocks you off, you're the champs.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about Russell Wilson, man. Like, he is good at improvising, but he's not that great as far as like running the offense. So I just don't know how well he's actually going to do. Like, I'm sure he'll do a little bit better than last year, but how much better, you know?
I just think from a coaching perspective that he will be better because
Right.
they're going to run better offense. That situation they were in last year it was trash. I mean, it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing against that guy, that head coach. He's now with the Jets, or offensive coordinator of the Jets. I mean, the guy's been around football a long time, but being a head coach and sometimes it's just some guys just it's not a good fit.
Right. It's almost like it's too much for some people, you know? It'd be too much for me. I know that.
Some guys are much better coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a good year.
Now, who do we think the last two teams in the Super Bowl are going to be?
I want to say Chiefs 49ers, with it being a repeat of Super Bowl 54. But I don't know.
I'm not going to tell you what I think it's going to be. I'm going to tell you what I want. I want a Chiefs Cowboys Super Bowl because I just want Cowboys versus Indians one time. I want it.
Native Americans.
Come on, let's go back to the 70s for a second, man. It was Cowboys versus Indians. That was the name of the game.
All right.
I'd be on board for that.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Somehow Cowboys versus Native Americans sounds like worse to me. It sounds more evil.
Well, especially when the Chiefs organization originally were the Dallas Texans and then moved to Kansas City. So that would be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember every once in a while I wish like just one game I'd like them to put on like the old helmets where they had like the Texas logo with, I forget who it was. It was like someone like writing it. I think it was just a football player or something like that. But I just want to see like old school jerseys in the NFL like I see them in the NBA and in NHL. It's generally like, all right, you got the regular jerseys and then you got like the Thursday night color rush jerseys where they go all one color. Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, put on some flash every once in a while.
Yeah, I think they're trying to. I think they're trying to, break out some of the old retro stuff.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how far they'll go back on certain things. But
Mm-hmm.
it is pretty cool when they do that.
yeah. Steelers. I think Steelers look goofy in their retro outfits.
Yeah,
They look like
Look like they're wearing
beehive.
slacks out there or something.
Yeah.
yeah. I think there's several in Seattle going back to their kind of like their 1980s or 90s unis for some games, and so yeah, it's pretty cool when they do that.
So, Connor, you had a little something for us.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a Mount Rushmore and other monuments for sports-related movies. So,
Okay.
Could be any sport. It could be about just loosely based on a sport, just whatever you guys think. I got a few that I think would probably qualify for a lot of us. So, started off, Rocky.
Rocky.
Yeah, you do really have to. You have to put that on the Mount Rushmore.
We're not putting the Mount Rushmore on yet.
Yeah, these are just movies that
These are just
should-
naming movies.
All right.
should be on there, or at least in the discussion, and then we can add on to
Yes.
Gotcha.
them. The Sandlot. You know,
Ooh.
I mean, a lot of kids love it still to this day.
I still love it.
All right, Dodgeball.
Classic.
Yeah, it invented the Ocho. I mean, come on.
Still waiting for you to say my favorite movie, sport movie that is.
Okay, Happy Gilmore.
Okay.
It is the golf movie, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but
Yep.
What about Bag of Ants? The Legend of Bag of Ants.
I don't have that yet. But if you want to put that on, there. What's that? What's that about?
Bag of Ants.
Okay, what sport? What sport is that about?
It's golf. You were just talking Happy Gilmore, and that's golf
okay.
movies, and I was like, oh, Bag of Ants.
Okay, and then we got The Waterboy, The Replacements, and Space Jam. Space Jam was a joke, but I thought it'd be fun to say it.
You said Remember the Titans, right?
That was the one I was waiting for you to say.
Not yet.
Okay.
But yeah, Remember the Titans, but also The Replacements is really good.
Yeah, I really enjoy that movie.
Mainly because of
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu, exactly. How do you feel like that movie portrayed regular NFL players? How they were bullying the replacements?
I mean, I think there was, you know, a little bit of reality there. You know,
Did you
I
flip
went
some
through
trucks?
I went through went through a strike. You know, and they brought in scabs or people to come across the lines. And,
Oh wow, you were playing during that, weren't you?
yeah, and so I mean, there was some hard feelings.
Yeah.
Was that the year that Washington won?
Yeah, 1982.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you flip any trucks?
don't remember flipping any trucks.
No.
Don't remember doing that.
No. Okay. One of the good guys then.
Try to stay out of trouble.
Hell yeah.
Another one we got to put on the list. Miracle.
Okay.
This one's got to be up there. I feel like Rudy also needs to be on here.
Then The Rookie, right?
The Rookie.
Yeah. Do you like that?
I like the movie. Does not deserve to be on the Mount Rushmore or to be a monument to a sport movie ever.
Okay.
Good movie still.
Okay. Fair enough. Any sports movies, guys? Any that are popping?
I personally like Creed. Like I like
You like it more than Rocky?
Yeah, personally, but I just didn't watch Rocky a lot as a kid, because I don't think mom and dad liked it a lot, so they were on, but like I just never really dug them,
Okay.
My dad made me watch Rocky as a kid. And as a kid, I didn't like it. But once I got a little bit older, I was like, man, these movies are awesome. So,
I mean, I've seen them, but yeah, they're not up there for me.
yeah.
Okay.
I
I could try to look up some more sports movies.
What about Joanna Man?
Juana Man. Yeah, I'll throw Juana Man on that rollerball.
What about like
Rollerball.
what about like Mike?
Yeah. White boys can't jump.
Yeah.
So Moneyball, yeah, that.
Yeah,
Moneyball's
Moneyball.
good.
Moneyball is great.
Show me the money.
Rush.
Yep.
Rush was a great.
Rush was a great racing
F1
movie.
movie.
Did you guys ever see Hoosiers?
I liked Hoosiers.
Yeah, I've seen Hoosiers.
Yeah, Hoosiers. I'll put it on the list. Hoosiers was pretty good.
It's me remember the Titans because, I was fortunate to play at every level, Little League, junior high, high school, college, pros, and I still can remember probably more about my high school games than I can even like the NFL games. I still remember those high school games. There's just something about high school football Friday nights, and it was pretty awesome.
I think part of it's like since you're also in high school, like you always kind of look back on that time in general, but also since you were playing ball during that time, it's kind of put together. in a
Yeah,
way.
I mean, it's just, it's just hard to explain. I mean, it's just, there's just something about Friday night football, back in my day, it was the whole town was, comes together, the whole community comes together, and you're just all there having a good time. And it was pretty awesome.
It's a lot of energy.
I feel like, I don't know, our generation was kind of the last of like that school spirit,
How would you know though? You're not in high school.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm sure
I
sure
do remember-
homecoming's still fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do remember like all the time, like when I was younger, just like seeing so many people coming to the basketball games and football games, and I don't see that as much anymore.
But you're not going to those games.
I have. Yeah, I have.
But recently, are you going?
I mean, not within like the last 2 years, but yeah, the last several times I've gone out to like football games, like high school games and stuff like that. It's like this isn't the crowd that was here whenever I was younger.
Yeah.
All right. You want to start narrowing these movies down, or do you guys have any more?
If we think of some more, we could throw them on the list.
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard. That I like it as a comedy. I don't know if I put it on greatest sports movies of all time though.
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams was good.
Bull Durham. You ever seen Bull Durham?
Nah, I never seen Bull Durham.
It's pretty good. I don't know. For me, man, I put Miracle pretty high up there. I freaking love that movie, dude.
Yeah, for me, I feel like if we're making a Mount Rushmore here, Remember the Titans has to go on there. I would say Rocky has to go on there. And then based off these other ones here.
Okay, let's start with what we all feel. Let's name one thing that we feel should be on the list.
Everybody's one lock.
All right.
Here we go.
What do you? So we'll start with you, Frank. What do you say?
I'm going to Remember the Titans.
Same.
My lock would be Happy Gilmore, probably. Actually,
Yeah. For me, it would be Dodgeball. But that's me. I love comedies.
That was a great movie.
I feel like those movies kind of trail more like on the line of comedy than sport. Like sport is just like a sub thing in the background.
There's a lot of dodgeball in Dodgeball.
Dude, another movie I just thought of, Coach Carter.
Yeah.
I loved Coach Carter, man.
Yeah, I saw Coach Carter with like some of the guys on the basketball team.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's talk about Remember the Titans first. I'm in agreement with that being a lock.
I too am in agreement.
All right, so that's number one.
Remember the Titans for sure a lock.
All right, so Kyle said Happy Gilmore. What do you guys feel about Happy Gilmore? Is it enough of a golf movie? Is it, Jackson? I think it is.
All right, it's 2 votes.
The thing was, if I were to pick 4 for myself from this list, it'd be Rocky, Remember the Titans, Miracle, and then I'd say a tie between either Hoosiers or Hoosiers. I just go Hoosiers. But that's kind of me putting like importance over my own personal taste. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Well, I'm going my personal taste.
It's kind of like me saying like I like the band Era way more than the band Metallica, but Metallica is the more important band. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you say, Frank?
Oh man, I do like Hoosiers. I like of course, those movies kind of like were modeled after real events.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So they were actually things that kind of happened. I'm sure they were embellished some, of course, but
Yeah, those are generally the movies that I like more, the ones that are based on real events.
yeah, like that. Replacements was good. Miracle was good.
What about Friday Night Lights?
Friday Night Lights was, and that was another one that
I started watching that movie as a kid, but I never finished it because I was like, man, that dad's an asshole.
What about
He was about to get with the girl, and he just straddles in there. He's like, what you doing here, son? I'm going to whoop your ass now. Lose the game?
We're also forgetting about Varsity Blues.
That's a movie I have not seen.
Really?
So many people have told me to watch it. Like, people told me to watch that and then watch Blue Mountain State or whatever that other show is called.
Yeah, Varsity Blues is pretty good.
Yeah, I've never seen either.
Yeah, isn't that the one with Dawson from Dawson's Creek or whatever?
Dawson's
I
Creek.
think so. Yeah.
You don't control my life.
yeah.
James Vanderbeek.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
okay,
a
let's
tough
get back
call,
on
man.
track.
That's tough.
Okay, who is in favor of Miracle being on that list?
Oh, yeah, I'd throw it on the list.
I'm on. Board.
I'm on the list, Connor.
Yeah, I'm on board.
It doesn't matter what I think at this point. I'm already overruled.
Right.
So yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so two locks we have in currently.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let's just go on the list then. Who's in favor of Rocky?
I would throw Rocky on there.
You gotta say it in a Rocky voice if you're gonna throw it on there.
Hey, yo, throw Rocky on there. I didn't hear no bell.
All right, Frank, do you think Rocky should be on there?
I mean, if we're talking iconic, I'd say yeah, it needs to be on there.
Okay, what about you, Connor?
I don't know. Like I said, Rocky, but is Rocky the best Rocky movie?
I think it might be the best of. How many do they have? 5 Rocky movies?
Something like that.
My personal favorite is 4, but everyone says that's the worst one. But I love fighting against Russia, so
Yeah, true that.
what can I say? I can't wait till we're in this
And
war.
he's training in the snow with like logs and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, Connor, do you say it's a lock?
I'm okay with it being on there. Yeah, I'm not gonna say no to Rocky by any means.
But do you think other movies should be on there over Rocky?
What's a movie up there that you're like, you're putting Rocky up there over this?
I'm not.
No?
I'm not. Yeah, I'd say Rocky. It's fine being up there.
All right. So we going Rocky? Are we going Rocky for the third lock?
I'm fine with
Rocky for the third lock? Yeah. All right. Rocky for the third lock. Now we got one more lock for this Mount Rushmore. I don't know. To me, it's like it's tied between Hoosiers and Rudy.
You ain't gonna win Hooters and Rudy with me and Connor.
Yeah, I know. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, I could go for a lot of those movies. Personally, I like to see a comedy on there.
Me too. I think it's either Happy Gilmore or Waterboy.
If I had to see one comedy, it would probably be Happy Gilmore. Because I think it is better than Waterboy. It might be equivalent to Dodgeball, but it doesn't sound like anybody's going for Dodgeball in this room. So,
Yeah. And Happy Gilmore was like one of the perfect 3 Adam Sandler comedies to come out that year. Because it was that movie. What was it? The other one, Billy Madison. There was a third movie. I can't remember what it's called all of a sudden, but
Little Nicky, maybe?
was not Little Nick. It did not come. I
Okay.
think Happy Gilmore came out in 94, 93, 94.
So what do you think about Happy Gilmore, Frank?
I love it.
You think it goes on the
I
list?
think so.
All right.
I think it goes on the list.
I'll throw Happy Gilmore on there.
I think so.
Because it's really the only way you can ever get me to watch golf.
Yeah.
All right.
It was
So-
on not too long ago. I watched it again for the 5th time.
Dude,
15th time.
right? I almost like the made for TV version better than the regular version. It's just that and Waterboy are just so good. Yeah.
Man, the made for TV version of Waterboy makes me laugh every time. Needle neck.
Your name is Needle Neck.
Same with watching what's that movie? American History X. Watching that on cable is ridiculous. Hey, motherfucker, I'll tell you. I'll tell you something. You tell this goof to go back to his own neighborhood.
Okay, so are we gonna do another monument? What's the other monument?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it the Washington Monument, the one that's the big spire with the reflecting pool?
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
Washington Monument.
Okay, I want that to be Dodgeball.
Really?
We'll make that the Waterboy because of all the water. Unless you guys have some other idea for the Washington Monument. What's the Statue of Liberty, Jackson? You tell us.
What's the Statue of Liberty?
Dodgeball's pretty. It's pretty good.
Okay,
really
I'll
is.
join Connor with Dodgeball being in the national
I mean,
monument.
it's pretty funny.
The Washington?
The Washington Monument.
Okay. Do you guys want to name a monument?
I like I like the one next to Mount Rushmore. What's that one? The big Indian guy.
Sitting Bull.
Sitting Bull. Yeah.
Sitting Bull.
What's Sitting Bull?
I like that being.
You gotta give Sitting Bull something serious. You can't throw a comedy at Sitting Bull, man.
Let's go ahead and put that with. I like Moneyball for that.
All right.
That one almost seems kind of fucked up though. Indians and money and stuff like that, but Moneyball. What do you guys think?
Sitting Bull is Moneyball. I'm okay with that.
I don't know. For some reason, it was like, it's replacements.
Replace?
Oh
dude,
my
that's
God.
even better, Frank.
Oh, dude.
All right.
Sitting Bull. You better send some replacements.
There you go. Frank's named it.
All right. It's official.
I'm sorry, man. That might not be politically correct nowadays.
I don't think it is, but it's okay. What's another good monument?
I want Creed to be the Lincoln Memorial.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm down with that. Yeah. What's the Statue of Liberty?
Jackson has yet to decide.
Oh man. I'd probably give it to the Sandlot, man.
Okay.
That's what brings.
It's the one sport movie that all kids watch that all kids unanimously love.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
some people will say it's their first sports movie that they watch for the most time.
Well,
Not for me.
Beautiful.
Mine was Brink and HE double hockey sticks. You remember that one?
what about Angels in the Outfield?
Oh, bro, we forgot Angels in the Outfield, man. You got an angel with you right now. Oh, man, how can I forget that one?
We also didn't say the Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks is on my mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Mighty
Flap,
Ducks.
flap.
Things they quack and not flap. Yeah.
Ducks also flap, dude.
What do ducks do? They quack. They flap. People think you're a bunch of flappers back in the day. That's what, like, those 1950s
Yeah.
damsels.
Yeah.
Like, hello. Can we think of any other monuments? Possibly. I don't know.
I was gonna say a joke one, but yeah, nothing.
Go ahead and say it. And if it's bad, Kyle will cut it.
No, I was gonna say Mighty Ducks could be like Ronald McDonald outside of McDonald's, like where they got the little the bench where the statue of him is, like that. That could be that.
That
Well-
works.
We'll make them the overpass McDonald's then.
Hell yeah.
Benita. We'll do that.
There we go, man.
I've been thinking about that
I-44
overpass like McDonald's a lot lately, man.
We should go, man.
I don't even like
That's
McDonald's, but I hear there's a Taco Bell in there, so might have to go in there to get some 5 layers. All right. Okay, I can't think of anything else, man.
That worked out pretty good.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
That felt good.
But better than the other one we were trying to go with.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move into Yo Dude. Check this out.
All right.
Yo, dude. Hey, yo, what's up? Check this out. Yo, dude.
Yo Dude. Check this out. So, I learned today that traffic controllers have what they call it a mandatory separation from their job. Retirement, forced retirement, is 56 years old.
That's for air traffic? Or?
Air traffic controllers.
Okay. You said just traffic controllers. I was like, police?
Yeah, air traffic controllers, man. The retirement age is 56 mandatory. That's freaking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And supposedly, during Reagan, all the, like, I guess they went on strike. Yeah, and that was against the law to do that. And Reagan fired, like, all of them, dude. And so they had to hire a whole new set of them. And it, like, set us back quite a good little ways, you know, because they had to hire a whole new setup and train all these new air traffic controllers. Do you remember that?
Absolutely. It was chaos for a while.
It's really crazy, dude. I had no idea about any of that. Yeah, heard that today.
Yeah, and it's
Blew my mind.
not easy to get licensed to be an air traffic controller. I mean,
Some serious stuff.
yeah, and I mean, there's a shortage of them now, even still probably.
Yeah, New York Times did like a little like investigation. I guess right now, planes are almost hitting each other, like at least once. It's like 45 times a month. They're getting close calls. Planes almost hitting each other on the runway, in midair, coming in for a landing, and another plane's about to lift off. Mm-hmm. And the reason for that is there's not enough air traffic controllers because they're all being worked too much, and they're having to work like seven mandatory days in a row or 6 mandatory days in a row, and they're working just like crazy shifts. It's like, man, sounds insane. You'd think you'd want the people who have to pay attention the most, you'd think they'd want them to be pampered the most, and you know, but nah.
Makes sense. You know?
It's insane. Yeah.
Yo, dude, check this out. So chigger bites suck, and I was looking into it, and apparently they have like hook-like appendages near their mouths that they attach onto your skin. They inject their saliva, and they dissolve your epidermal cells and then dermal cells, and then they drink that liquefied cell juice. It's like, ew. So that's I guess why it gets so inflamed, and that's why it takes so long to heal, because they're just sucking on your skin. Kind of crazy.
Wild.
It's very crazy.
Yeah, I thought they sucked on blood, but no, they suck on skin, liquefied skin.
Liquefied.
It's crazy.
That's hot.
Just gotta think how many animals are just running through the forest right now, and they're just got them all over them, dude, and they're just going to town on them.
Well, that and ticks. Ticks kind of do the same thing. Dissolve.
That's where a lot of mange comes from.
It's insane.
All right, yo, dude, check this out. Today I learned there is still one World War II landing ship in service in the U.S., and it's now used as a car ferry. The LST 510 Buncombe County. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's a weird name for a ship. It's called Buncombe County. That's the name of the ship.
Buncombe.
It threw me off as I was reading that. All right. Buncombe County was commissioned in 1944, landed at Omaha Beach on D-Day, and it now currently serves passengers between Connecticut and Long Island, and is perhaps the only D-Day ship still operating.
Wow.
Wow.
It's pretty wild. It'd be so cool to ride on one of those. Yeah.
Old warship?
Yeah. Maybe man the turret.
Dude, give me like one of the old warships like from the Napoleon era.
Like a wooden.
I don't know.
Yeah, give me like one of them old wooden warships, man.
I'm good, man. It just screams of like tetanus shots.
I'd like to hop on like a modern aircraft carrier and jump off the deck in a F-18.
I wonder how high off the water you would actually be if you jumped off the deck. It's high. It is high up there.
Yeah. Yeah, those ships are incredible.
Yeah, they're like freaking floating cities, man. But yeah. Frank, you got a yo dude?
I got a yo dude. Check this out. Since when did it become like okay to have Congress people in their 90s, late 80s, and get up and can't like speak? They just freeze up, and I mean, these people are running our country. Well, why do we allow that to happen?
There should be mandatory age limit. There should be forced retirement for people.
Yeah, I saw something the other day, and they were showing pictures of Dianne Feinstein, and nothing against her personally, but she has no business making decisions for all of us in this country.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
And it's scary. It's very scary.
I think part of the problem is that we look back on our forefathers and we see them all in those old timey wigs, and they all look old. We all think that it's okay but it's not okay. These people are freezing. They're freezing a lot.
And back then, old was 40s.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's
Yeah,
crazy world we're living in right now.
that Mitch McConnell video is just insane.
It's horrendous.
Those two. There's two of them that I've seen, and they're both like.
He's lucky he was able to stay standing, you know? Like,
Yeah, he had like. Yeah, it was like like standing paralysis.
Yeah, he just went complete blue screen and had to reboot, man.
And I mean, and God bless them for their service. You know, I mean, I'm sure it's not easy to, you know, be a congressperson, but at some point, you know, we got to get some new blood in there, some younger ideas and term limits.
yep.
Yep.
People who can, you know, rationally talk about the subjects that we need them to talk about, not just block out any differing opinion, you know, because there's got to be compromise. I think
Has to be.
a lot of people don't want to compromise, but
Yeah.
We need it.
Sure do. And Frank, we needed you this week.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
we certainly did.
You feel the spot.
very, very happy to be here. We'll come back anytime you need me.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be too long before we get you back on. So,
Yeah.
We'll do an update on our picks mid-season or something.
yeah, there we go.
See how we're doing.
That would be nice.
See if Lamar Jackson's still playing football.
See if Jackson's prognostication comes true.
He's got till
We're gonna
week
start getting
3.
hate mail from the Ravens fans.
Dude, yeah, for real. If that actually happens, we have to send this into Sports Center or something like. Dude's a wizard. Let's hope he doesn't do. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Like,
Yeah.
good lord.
Knock on
If
wood.
that happens, the very next thing I'm going to say is like Jackson Braham's going to get the Powerball ticket. Like on this day, he's going to go there. And he's going to get the winner.
Yeah, we'll give some money. Buy some for me.
All right. Well, that is the podcast, everybody. Yeah, that's been it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Peace.
Crashing with Friends.
Podcast.